Hello, I'm Gilli. I'm an ambassador for the Norfolk Hospice, and I've been doing this for a couple of years now. And the reason I got involved with the hospice movement was my brother was looked after so well by a hospice in Kent when he had terminal cancer. And friends of mine have had wonderful service from this hospice for their relatives over the years.
Okay, well, my name is David and I volunteer here as a driver. That role includes picking people up to come into the hospice for therapy or perhaps bereavement counselling.
Hi, I'm Paul. The reason I volunteered at Tappan House was in July 2018 I lost my dear wife. Although Jenny never came to Tappan House, we were supported at home by a palliative nurse, which we've during a difficult time. After Jenny passed away, both my sons and myself had bereavement counselling at Tappan House, and as a way of thank you for what Tappan House did for my family and also what they do for the local community, I'd like to pay something back.
Hello there, I'm Martin Goodchild, one of the volunteers at the hospice. I've been here now for 10 years. I'm a volunteer driver and also a bereavement support, which helps on the bereavement team.
My name is Julie Bones and I came as a volunteer to work on the reception. The reception is actually in the main entrance of the hospice, so it's a really nice place to be because you see everyone coming and going, the staff, visitors, patients sometimes, deliveries, etc. So it's quite a nice central place to be in the hospice. I came just over a year ago, but then had to have some time off obviously because of COVID, but I was really thrilled to come back because I do really enjoy it.
So as an ambassador, I go out and talk to groups, all sorts of different groups, everything from British Legion to Mothers Union. I've spoken to the Osteoporosis Society, and I'm quite happy to travel anywhere within Norfolk to talk to people about the hospice. And it's interesting how many people know of the hospice, and they've had friends or relatives, or know someone that's been helped by the services here. But also there's a lot of people that don't really know, and some of them think of it as quite a scary place. So I take a range of photographs with me, I talk them through the things that the services they can have and how they can access them. And I also talk to them about how they can help. So I always take out a lot of the fundraising materials with me, so they can perhaps do a bake-off, or they can have a raffle or a tombola. And sometimes I'm actually invited back when they have an event. I'll go and help at the event. So we've had some interesting ones to go to. I've spoken with a classic car show who then went to the event at Sandringham that year, and I was dribbling over all the wonderful cars they had, but they raised quite significant amounts of money. But it's about raising awareness and raising funds. So I always challenge everybody at the end of my talks to go and tell just one more person about the hospice, and then to ask them to go and tell one more. Because I think that way you can get the message spread, and the more people that know about what we do and how they can get in touch with us, the better. So what I'd say to you is, enjoy the volunteering with the hospice. It's a wonderful place to work with.
I find it very useful for me to get out and to help people, and it fills my time. The one thing I have got is plenty of time, and it's nice to use that in a positive way. Yeah, I've also done a bit of fundraising for the hospice. I like go running and walking, so I've done a couple of long distance events and a couple of races and been able to raise some money. All goes to help the hospice.
So I joined Tappan House as a events volunteer in the summer of 2019, and I've helped with events at Tappan House, mainly with the car parking. I also helped with the motor car and family show at Sandringham, and also the carol service. I helped to ferry people from the car park to the church because it was dark, obviously. But unfortunately, because of lockdown, I haven't been able to do too much. But I'll look forward to do help Tapping House more in the near future. And on a personal note, I did actually walk half a marathon in London to raise money for the Tapping House, and also with the help of my family and friends we raised money for the memorial dinner dance of my wife Jenny.
My role is with driving is supporting patients and bringing them into the hospice for day therapy sessions and one-to-one appointments, which is very supportive to them and helping them in their role and meeting the people at the hospice. Also, I'm a bereavement support help, which sees clients in the rooms to help them after their losses, and also on one-to-one sessions. Also, we have social groups which I help lead with walks at Sandringham called Footsteps, and gardening groups.
We receive everyone coming through the front doors, so we've got visitors, patients, deliveries. Sometimes patients themselves will come through the front entrance, and it's generally a mix of meeting and greeting and sorting out and coordinating some things for the staff if they have small jobs that we can do as well.
Yeah, I mean, volunteers give me a purpose in life. I mean, I do enjoy doing it. I mean, the people who I mix with the volunteers are very good and kind, and I think we're all probably in the same boat. But yeah, it's nice to think that I'm paying something back for the help I had through the difficult times.
Yes, and again, so you feel you're putting something back into it, and I get a great deal of enjoyment out of doing that.
The reason I do this is I enjoy supporting people, helping them, and to see the end result of when they've come through some of the terrible experiences they've had.
I volunteer because I find it really, really interesting. I get to meet all sorts of people, to go different places, and I think it is really good if you're fortunate enough to have a good life that you give something back. I
came originally because I just felt that I had the time to spare and I wanted to do something that I did believe to be worthwhile. I have over 30 years of NHS experience, so it's a very similar environment, but at the same time quite different because the ethos is quite different. And I really do believe in what the hospice does, and I found it really quite inspiring to be here. And I would say to anyone who was thinking about it, come and try, have a look, and you will meet some lovely people and go home feeling that you've just contributed in a small way to something that's very important. Thank you.